Your body is capable of more than you think, but the real transformation starts with your mindset. Hi! I hope you're feeling amazing. I am experimenting the position of the microphone a little differently. Please do let me know if you prefer in the lapel or you prefer in the hand. In any case, it allows me to have a bit more fluidity and it allows me to not have a fluffy thing on my chest the whole time. But regardless, I hope you're feeling great and I am so excited for this second part. So, for those that are new, hi, my name is Karina. I like to do content about anything wellness and the idea that life is magical. So that's why this is called That Girl Magic. Regardless of what platform you're seeing, I hope that you're able to either hear me or see me. And regardless, if you could please like, share, and subscribe for more episodes every single week. So, this is the second part to the transformation series. So, in the previous last week's episode, we were talking about anything mindset, the why you should go ahead and do it, basically giving you a little, hey, it is time to do what you have been wanting to do for the longest time. And I also decided to break down into different facets of transformation. Today, we are talking about the physical transformation. Of course, nothing is going to be surprising for some of you. Some will help you. My key here is to help you beyond the typical scope of just telling you to go to the gym because everyone can tell you to do that. Today, I really want to break it down into steps and make it as easy as possible for you to do the physical transformation that you are looking for and give you some tidbits on how to make it easier by starting with your mindset, as that is one of the major keys to actually make it happen. So let's get started, shall we? Why does physical transformation matters? So here's one of the main things that I want to make sure to come across. You shouldn't be doing it for the aesthetics. You should be doing what matters to you. Regardless of your body shape or size, what matters is changing your physical appearance when it comes to health. When I mean physical, I don't mean just the visual, I also mean how you feel literally in your body. Because you could be the thinnest, most athletic looking person, but then you could have the worst body ever when it comes to your joints, your muscles, your physical strength, your endurance. So, physical transformation should not just embody the aesthetics on how you look. It can be one of your goals to change how you visually look, but it shouldn't be the main goal. The main goal should be to increase your health, your endurance, your resistance. You could have as simple as a thing as I want to be able to go up the stairs of my building without feeling tired. That is a physical transformation without the aesthetics put into it. And that is the point that I want to come across. If aesthetics is your goal, fair enough. If you also want to feel stronger and better and faster and more agile with less pain, that is also a goal that you can definitely have on the physical transformation side of things. Also, it should also be about your confidence. If you feel good looking in the mirror, if you like seeing yourself, it shouldn't just simply be about looking in the mirror and seeing the image that you hope to see. For me, the reason why looking at your physical transformation is important is I am someone that I'm overweight. I've been overweight my whole life, but I'm not any less strong or physically able than the person next to me. The reason I mean that is because if you actually look at my life when it comes to my physical capabilities, I was in dance competition for many years as an overweight person. I gave classes, I did all kinds of things. I go to the gym in a weekly basis. And even on my day to day life, I walk everywhere. I don't own a car, even though I have a car license. So everything that I do, I have to walk. I have to go from transportation to transportation. In between those, I got to walk. So I can easily walk 10, 15,000 steps a day without even trying, without even thinking about it, just because my lifestyle is quite active. Even though if you physically look at me, I am overweight. I am aware of that. So my goal was to not only be strong, but to have more endurance, to be able to walk and run faster. And also, by default, will also change how my body looks to also encompass another health part, which is losing fat for the sake of my cardiovascular health and also my health in the long term. And that's what I mean. You shouldn't just simply look at your health as an aesthetics thing because that's not going to take you very far. One of the things that I really want to come across is also breaking the beliefs. What I mean by that is we will all have those beliefs of I'm not good enough to start, I'm not fast enough, I'm not good enough, I don't have time for this, I hate the gym, and I don't see results fast enough. And there's many ways to deal with that solution. I'm not fit enough to start. The solution, you don't have to be. You can start at any level. A really good example of that is for people of my generation that watch the 400-pound life and the 600-pound life and all the other versions that came out of it. If you look at those people with all due respect, they are unfit. They have reached a point in their lives where they gave up on everything. Sometimes it has to do with mental issues, emotional issues, and so many more. And no joke when I tell you that those people just getting out of their chair and getting up is already so hard for them. And they're not fit. You will not tell someone that is overly obese, someone that is on their bed where they can't get out. Believe me, just the act of getting out of bed is not even just the physical, it's the mental. And that's what I mean about transformation. Transformation encompasses all kinds of facets. And one of the solutions is being aware that you're going to have limitations that are more mental than physical. Because sometimes those that are physically unable to do something are more likely to do it than those that are mentally not able to surpass their limitations. Another excuse that I hear is, I don't have time. Okay, most people may actually not have time. Maybe you're a working parent. Maybe you're working 2, 3 jobs, and that's perfectly fine and fair. There's ways that we can do so that you have more activity in your life without having to take out time. If you have the ability, do include 10 to 15 minutes of your day. Maybe you wake up a little sooner. Maybe you plan out things in a different way. Maybe you make your gym be closer to your job or to your house. Another example is actually adding movement on your day to day life. Maybe you work an office job, try to get a standing desk, try to get a walking pad. Believe it or not, that's how a lot of people turned around the idea of I don't move enough. If you're already going to have to send 10, 15 emails, for sure you can stand up and be on a balance board or be on a walking pad, and that's going to add more movement to your stagnant life without having to remove time from the tasks that you must do for you to either get paid or have things done. Another thing that I hear is also hating the gym. You don't have to go to the gym. One example that you can do is something that I do. Maybe instead of you going by car, you're going to go by public transportation. Maybe instead of you getting out on that one particular station, you get out of station before and you walk a little more. Maybe instead of just taking your dog out for just a short 10-minute walk, maybe you take them for 30 minutes. It's little changes that add up at the end of the day. Another big change that you can do is add a hobby that is more active, something like dancing or sport. You could even find a group activity and involve your friends so that way you're not just going by yourself, and that way it becomes a full community group that allows each other to actually make your objectives happen. Another thing that I see really often is the phrase of I don't see results fast enough. And it makes me really sad because 9 times out of 10, it stems from social media. It stems from the person saying, I lost X amount in X amount of time, or lose X amount in X amount of days. Or right now, the most infamous one, the morning duo. Those are on social media, and we know all those stories. The people that steal content from people that either had bariatric surgery or actually worked really hard to lose the weight. And then they do these excuses of this one client of mine was like this. And in X amount of time, they went to this. And I'm like, why? And then taking them to pages where they say no diets, no smoothies, no juices, but then you're presented with a smoothie based diet. As a nutrition student, this breaks my heart because I see people getting themselves into extremely restricted diets and then working out their butt on the gym, feeling the cravings, feeling all the emotional distress of not feeling good while they're doing their process. Because that is what will hurt you. Let me make one thing clear. Most people will look at the mirror, but the looking in the mirror will only get you to see the actual results months later. Why? Because our brain is smart, but very dumb at the same time. So let me tell you why. Your brain has the capability of recognizing patterns. And because it recognizes patterns, it makes it really smart, but also makes it really dumb when it comes to looking at yourself in the mirror. What I mean by that is people will look in the mirror and they will not see a change, but we can feel a change. So, how can you feel the change? Your clothes will feel looser, or your body will feel stronger. Maybe that conversation that I had in the beginning, where you want to go up the stairs of your building without feeling tired, maybe you will feel less tired. Maybe you won't feel tired at all. Maybe at some point, for example, at work, someone will say, Hey, you look slimmer. Or you'll have someone say that you look better, or even yourself, you will feel better. Maybe, for example, on the plank, you used to do 30 seconds, now you do a minute. Those are the key points to get you to keep going. It's not going to be just the scale, it's not going to be just looking in the mirror, it's going to be how you feel and how good you feel. And that will be one of the major keys to actually keep you going on the physical transformation. So, how do we build a movement routine? When I mean movement, I truly mean movement. It doesn't have to be going to the gym and doing a particular workout. Is adding movement to your routine. So, first things first, you need to figure out your why. Why do you want to have a physical transformation? Is it because you want to be able to pick up the grocery bags and take them all with you? Is it because you want to go up the stairs of your building and not feel tired? Is it because you have children and you want to make sure that you stay here for them? Maybe you have a medical condition in your family and you want to make sure that you don't put yourself at risk to actually get it. Figure out your why. Why do you want to do that one thing? Why do you want to have more energy? Why do you want to have more movement? Why do you want to have more stamina? Why do you want to lose or gain weight if that is one of the reasons? You need to figure out your why because that will be the thing that will actually keep you going. And also finding out what you enjoy. What I mean what you enjoy, it's truly what you enjoy. Do you like swimming? Do you like dancing? Do you like walking? Do you like a particular workout? Maybe you like to work on a standing desk. Regardless of what you do, you need to like what you're doing so that you actually keep doing it. Maybe you do like going to the gym, but the gym that you're currently on maybe feels uncomfortable. You don't like the people there, you don't like the team. Figure out if there's a different schedule that you can go that you may enjoy more, or actually change gyms and go to a gym that you enjoy more. That will actually want to make you go there. For example, for me, one of my biggest things is having a really good playlist. I have a playlist called Sweat Session that I just started to build out. It has only 10 songs, and I'm slowly going to add musics to it as I find more that really make me want to keep working out. When I tell you that that is the only way that I'm able to stay 20 minutes on the treadmill on a 5% incline on a 4 speed, which is like a fast walk for me, that is the only way because I will literally wiggle my arms and I will like strut my stuff while I'm literally on a treadmill. And I won't care whoever is watching me on the gym because to be honest, I'll give the other butt and join me because I'm having fun over here. And that is exactly what you need to do. You need to make it fun. Also, you need to prioritize a realistic schedule. What I mean by that is a lot of people are like, oh my God, I'm going to go for an hour and a half, or they'll do the 75 hard, which is 45 minutes broken into two chunks. One must be inside, one must be outside. That is unrealistic for half of the population because people, we have jobs, we have children, we have pets, we have family, we have friends, we have loved ones, we have a panoplia of people and things that we want to do and we want to enjoy. So make it realistic. For example, some people may have an easier time going really early in the morning, waking up 30 minutes sooner, an hour sooner, and going and doing it before they do all the rest of the routine. Maybe you are a corporate person and you have a bigger lunch break and you're able to go on your lunch break. Or you work a lot during the day, your gym is not open yet, so you go at the end of the day. Or you can't even do any of that and you do it once you get home. Maybe you have a treadmill or a bike, or you pop a YouTube video and you do a set. Or maybe you try to do everything that you can to just walk more or play more or do more that is more active. And that is very much possible. Also, you must prioritize rest and recovery. You shouldn't just simply work out every single day and go as hard as you humanly can. You're going to get tired of all of it. It's unrealistic. Starting 2 to 3 times a week is a very reasonable amount. Intercalate with rest days, and you're able to really get it pumping. Also, especially if you are a woman talking to you, sweetheart, we know that week of your period, you're not going to feel like wanting to do anything, and that's fair. Make sure to take it a little easier. You could do something like a yoga or a Pilates or just go walking. It's still a form of movement, but is gentler during your menstruation period. And also track the process beyond the scale. The scale is a tool, yes, but you're going to get frustrated at some point if you're only utilizing that. Take pictures before you start and take a picture every week or every month. Maybe figure out on your clothing. You're going to maybe see your clothing getting a little looser. Maybe you're going to be able to finally fit into those jeans that you used 5 years ago. Maybe you're going to feel faster, stronger. You're going to lift more in your weights. Maybe you're going to run faster on the treadmill. Maybe you're going to feel less tired by a certain minute time. That is going to be a way of you tracking your progress that isn't just simply stepping on a scale, because the scale is not the end all be all. Another major thing that I really want to come across is the mindset shift. The mindset is one of the biggest things that is going to keep or break whatever you're trying to work on. Having an all or nothing mindset is just not going to work. All you're going to do is just be like, oh, I'll start Monday. And then Monday comes around and you're not going to do it because you're going to be like, oh, I feel unprepared. I don't feel good. I don't feel powerful. I don't feel motivated. Motivation is one of the biggest things that tends to fizzle out the quickest. Because let's be honest, your determination to do it is going to be the one thing. But guess what? Determination needs to come from your willpower to want to do it. And that is the tricky part about it. You cannot let yourself just go with the flow. You need to actually make it happen. Sometimes you're going to wake up and realize it is raining and you're not going to feel like wanting to deal with the rain when you got to go to the gym. Sometimes you're going to wake up and it's going to be feeling so cold and you're feeling so cozy in your bed But you're going to have to get up and do it if you really want to do it. I cannot tell you the amount of times that I have woken up to go to school and I'm like, do I really want to wake up that 1 hour sooner so that I can go to the gym for 35, 45 minutes and sweat? And then I got to take a shower and then I got to do this. And then the list of excuses keep going until you actually snap out of it and you're like, okay, I should actually go. Because believe me when I tell you that it doesn't feel good to go every single time. But that is not motivation getting you to go. Motivation kicks in after you actually start and it makes you want to keep going. Just like when I did on the treadmill yesterday. Yesterday, I went to the treadmill. I'm like, okay, here we go on the treadmill. And I'm thinking, okay, I'll just do 5 minutes. Like, whatever. And then the music is going. And then I'm kind of jiggling my stuff and strutting my stuff. And by the time that I notice, it has been 17 minutes. And I should end by the 20-minute mark because I also have a PT session right after of 30 minutes. So guess what? We'll just finish at 20 minutes. That will give me about 5 minutes, take a breather. I'll let the PT know that I've been on the treadmill for 20 minutes and focus on something else for the 30 minutes that I'm with the person. And just like that, I got a 50 total minute workout, 20-minute cardio, and then the other 30 minutes, she just kicked my butt all over when it came to my arms and of my back. It was a lovely time. And here I am, alive and kicking. And guess what? I actually increased the amount of weight that I was expecting. I was able to last the 20 minutes of the walk where I couldn't do before. That was progress that I did from weeks of going and working out and pushing past my typical limit. And that was so much more than if I had just stayed in bed, being comfortable and cozy. I didn't gain anything from staying in bed all day, but I did gain more going and feeling better and feeling stronger and feeling like I kicked some butt. And that is the message that I want to come across. You will sometimes have to fight your brain, fight your mind, fight to get the willpower to actually get yourself to do what you really want to do, because the human brain will prefer to take it easy. It's just easier to choose the bed. It's just easier to choose something else that is easier in comparison with what you want. Because that is the truth. I know it because I have to experience it every single time. It is easier for you to stay an extra 2 hours in bed and just simply go to school or simply go to work. But I prefer to set up the alarm anyway and have to spend those 2 seconds. Because guess what? There's a little thing called the 3-second rule. Is when you turn to your body and you're like, okay, you got 3 seconds to get out of bed. And you literally count out loud like 3, 2, 1, and then you just jump out of bed. You jump out of bed, like you literally get out of bed. And believe it or not, sometimes forcing yourself to do that kind of thing, almost like you are a little kid and your parents are saying, oh, don't touch that. You got 3 seconds to let that go. That's kind of the same conversation that you're doing it to yourself for your own goals. And believe it or not, that can help a lot of people in the beginning stages when you're trying to build up the determination and the mindset and the momentum to actually make it happen. So let's make an action plan. From this point on, what you're going to do is pick one thing, one singular thing that you like to do when it comes to movement, and you're going to incorporate it starting at 5 minutes per day. Dance, jog, run, walk, Pilates, gym, whatever. Find a way to incorporate 5 minutes. If you think 5 is too low, go for 10, go to 15. Don't go higher than 15 at a start because that's going to piss you off and is not going to make you want to do it. Start at like 10 minutes. And what you're going to do is incorporate it into your daily life. Even if that means that your alarm has to go on the opposite side of the room, even if you need to set up everything in the bathroom and have everything ready, whatever you need to do to actually make it happen, you need to set that up. You can even go into my previous episode because I actually break it down into smaller chunks on how to pick up one big goal and break it down into 10 small ones. So you can go and click on the icon for you to go and check it out if you wish. And also, adjust as needed. You're going to find moments where you're going to either be sick, you're not going to feel well, you're going to have a family issue, a work issue, or whatever. And you're going to have to adapt and change as you go because the key is progress, not perfection. And that is when you need to make sure that you are aware when you're doing whatever you're doing. Okay. To finish off, I want to make sure that you need to understand that a physical transformation is not just physical. The process of a physical transformation is going to work on every other facet of your life, from your mindset to your emotional, to your nutrition, to your sleep, to your daily life, to even your personal goals and achievements. You may find yourself reducing time from work because maybe you don't like your job as much and you prefer to reduce the hours so that you're able to go to the gym more often or be closer to doing something that you prefer. And I'm going to go through all of different stages of transformation as I go on these series. As I said on the previous episode, we were talking mostly about the mindset behind things and the action and the will to do it. Today was mostly about the physical associated with the mindset, since the mindset is quite a big basis on everything. And also, I want to make sure that you understand that you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to go at it right away from the perspective of, I'm going to do it all and I'm going to be a fighter and I'm going to do everything, because humans aren't perfect. That's why we're human. We sometimes will make mistakes, we'll do things wrong, we'll do things right, we'll do things at first, we'll do things in the third or second or whatever try. And the reality here is you're going to be able to do your goals if you set your mind into it. If you actually focus on what you want and break it down into steps that are doable and realistic. As long as you are realistic with your goals, regardless of anything, you will be able to achieve them. And also, you need to find ways of evaluating your progress beyond the typical scale, beyond the typical thing. And believe me, when you actually start to focus and when you start to realize your progress in multiple facets and ways, you will see that you're actually progressing a lot faster than you actually believed you used to be. So, I hope that this is a pathway and I hope that this is a door opening for you of the start of your physical transformation. And if you enjoyed it and you really want to get a little extra support, go ahead on the comments section and leave your goal. Tell me what you want. I will go and personally read every single one of your goals and I will just go ahead and support you wholeheartedly. I want to hear, how is it going? How are you feeling? If you need support, please message me, comment. It will give me the biggest joy to give you the biggest support that I possibly can to you in your journey. And I cannot wait to see the kind of transformation that you can do in your life, in all facets of your life. And I hope you tune in for the next episode of the transformation series. And I hope you have a beautiful, awesome week. See you next week. Bye bye.